Hey beauties, it's Riri. Welcome back into another day of Vlogmas. If you are new here, I'm an over 40 lover of all things beauty and I love showcasing indie brands here on my channel. Speaking of indie brands, today is going to be all about Ensley Rain. This is my very first time trying the brand. I did purchase the Cosmic Dreamer palette and I did keep it in the packaging so I could show you guys. This is some of the best packaging I've ever seen from a brand ever. Like, it is well packaged, you guys. It is inside of a box. It also has like a foam sheet around it. You take the little foam sheet off and the palette is sitting inside of the actual padding. I love that so much, like the attention to detail. It also came with a couple of really beautiful stickers as well. So I'm gonna get the package out of the way. I was gonna opt for their brand new launch because I thought it was so incredibly beautiful, but I was like, you know what? It's my first time trying the brand. Instead of spending $70, $80, $90, let's get something that's on sale from Black Friday and let's test it that way. So this is the Cosmic Dreamer palette. I will do some swatches and then we will do a look. And I've heard, honestly, mixed reviews, so I am a little nervous. It does have a little like starburst mirror. It does fold all the way back, which I love when a palette folds all the way back. And here is our color story. So I liked that this has a little bit of like that grunginess that I love, and then it also had like a lot of neutrality to it the way that the new one does. So I'm going to go into swatches first. We have the Milky Way, Dreamscape, Cosmic Queen, and Visionary. Okay, already everything feels really smooth, really buttery. Next up are Astral Traveler, Antimatter, Stargazer, and Meraki. Hopefully I'm saying that right. This one kind of has a little bit of like flakiness or texture to it. Oh, and these are magnetic, I do believe, and they do also pop out of their pans. Okay, can't really see that shade. The lighter shades are not really showing up that well on me. That's not indicative of how they're going to perform on the lids. I love shades like this. That is so beautiful. Next up are Interplanetary, Spacey, Ethereal Plain, and Dreamer. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. I love that green. I love shades like that. I feel like the shifts, like in these shifting shades, are quite apparent. Like I'm definitely seeing them from my end and seeing them in my mirror. Next up are Lucidity, Eclectic, Wanderer, and Dreamer. Ooh, that is so pretty. And I like that there's like light to dark in here. You guys know I'm a fan of having a palette that runs light to dark. There's some depth. I like that it's like a little bit more kind of pinky, kind of rosy-ish towards the top. There's a lot of warmth in here, but then there's cool tones. There's the blues. There's some grunge. Honestly, I think like if you were somebody that you want a very minimalistic, you know, collection and you're looking for kind of a one and done, so to speak, palette, I think this could be it if the quality's good. Again, I'm just doing swatches right now. I'm speaking in terms of like the actual color story, you know, that goes light to dark. There's some neutral, there's some grunge, there's some pretty pops of like pinks. There's some beautiful cool tones in here. Like it kind of runs the gambit, so to speak. And it's like, I don't know. I think a lot of people would really like this. Next up are Mercury, Intergalactic, Astral Plane, and Wild Hearted. Whoa, just those together. Beautiful. I am getting quite a bit of like, you know, palette powder. Some glitter fallout on my hand, but that's fine. Next up are Cosmic Dust, Astral Body, Lunar Storm, and Neptune. Oh, that's so pretty. They're all pretty. Have you tried Ensley Rain? What is your favorite palette you've gotten from them? And thank you guys so much for being here. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Thank y'all so much for being here. I'm having a blast with you guys. All right, and then the very last shade is the shade Eclipse, and it is a matte black with a lot of like silver and blue sparkle. Well, that feels quite smooth. Whoa, that is intense and gorgeous. And my trick with these, with like sequin type shadows, I like to go in and kind of place them down, and then I take my finger and go back into the shadow and then tap it on top. And that kind of still gives me the really beautiful, it gives me the depth from the matte, but then it also enables me to like make sure that the sparkles are also shining through. Let me see what I'm going to do because I have no idea. I think because I've done a lot of very neutral / red and green, which I don't know which ones you guys have seen or not seen at this point in time because I do pre-film a lot. But I think because of that, and because I'm wearing pink, I think I'm going to play with the pinks today. Maybe that's not, you know, the route to go because it's holiday time. And that shade right there is screaming to me. They're all screaming to me. But I think I'm going to go into the pinks. That's my story and I'm sticking to it, y'all. All right, I think I'm going to go into Milky Way first, which is kind of, it's a white and a bone shade. But there's also like, to me, it's like a satin-esque. Yeah, there's a little bit of a sheeniness to that. And I'm going to pop that right under the brow. Ooh, very pretty. Plus the pinks will go with my cute little outfit that I'm wearing today. I'm literally wearing pajamas. I just got out of the shower and I wasn't going to film today because I'm not feeling the absolute best, but I was like, you know what? My excitement over this palette and trying it trumps feeling bad. So here we are. I'm going to stay in this exact same brush. I'm going to go into Dreamscape, which is kind of that beautiful dusty pink. Getting a little bit of kick up, but they're picking up beautifully on the brush. I like little dusty shades like these, like dusty blues, pinks, mauves. I think they just look just beautiful. And I like that they're kind of the in-between. Like there's not a whole lot of depth to them, but there's enough that you can build up and you can kind of start, you know, an eyeshadow look with them. You can blend other shades out with them, or they can also kind of stand alone. Blending beautifully. And I do feel like it's pretty true to pan color. And typically when I am starting out with a brand that's newer to me, I like to do my eyes first. And generally speaking, I kind of will do that now. And what that enables me, and you know, you, if you choose to do your eyes first, it just enables us to be able to honestly just go crazy. You can go in here, you can be messy, you can be sloppy, you can get, you know, you can have fallout on your face, things can be a little bit more uneven, you know, you can go in and clean it up because you do not have your base products on. Whereas, you know, if your base is already kind of fully done, then you're kind of stuck with, you know, how things are looking. You can always go in and fix an eye look, but yeah, I like doing it in this manner. These are blending beautifully. In that exact same brush, I'm going to go into Visionary, just getting a little bit of kick up, like I said, but picking up beautifully on the brush. I am going to really intensify and kind of build this up on my outer corner. Ooh, that is beautiful. And I don't generally come all the way in with my darker shade, but I think I am today. Ooh, beautiful. And I've seen mixed reviews on their shadows. I've had, you know, some people say that the long wearability is not there. Some people have said that their mattes just are not good and they do not blend out as well. I'm not experiencing that, you know, just yet. Obviously, I've only used a couple of shades. I think the packaging, the theming, the names, the overall color story, I'm a massive fan of. Like their brand has been on my radar for quite some time, and that's something that I really love about, you know, like Black Friday, you know, Cyber Monday, holiday sales. It kind of gives us the opportunity to, you know, be able to get a deal on things that we've kind of wanted to try. Like I've wanted to try this brand for a long time. I also made my very first Viseart. Purchase, and I've gotten plenty of their palettes like in subscription boxes, but none of the palettes actually like called to me, so I just never used any of them. I did have one of their bronzers and it was okay, but their latest release when it came out, and it's not a color story I would generally, you know, gravitate toward, but I was like, okay, that's beautiful. I want to try that. So I did order that. So I do also have a Viseart video coming. I also have the brand new launch for the DD Signature holiday palette. So you will be seeing all of those sometime in this holiday season. Yeah, that's beautiful. I feel like I want to go in literally with like a kiss of the black. And I'm going to go into a little bit of a smaller brush. What you need, baby? So I want to really intensify this outer part right here. I like how I said I was going to go with a kiss of black, and then I'm just kind of going crazy with it, but you know, it's okay. There's no wrong way. And sometimes you can't plan, and sometimes things just happen. This is beautiful so far. Everything is blending out really well. Now, obviously, this is a first impression. I cannot attest to long wearability, which is incredibly, incredibly important to me. But I will always leave a pinned comment, or I will pop it right here on the screen for you guys and let you know, like, hey, it wore well. Hey, it didn't wear as well. So basically, I'm just kind of deepening up this outer portion here. Ooh, that is looking good, you guys. Ooh. I think, like, even the navy, I love, like, hot pink with a navy, like a deep, dark, like, cobalt color navy or, like, blue. I think they look stunning together, so I'm actually going to pop in a little bit of blue here as well. And the blue is Neptune. And it's like a royal blue purple. Yeah, that is doing exactly what I was hoping it would do. This definitely got a little bit darker than I anticipated. And I'm not mad at it, you guys. I hope everybody is well. Are you ready for the holiday season? Do you stress during the holiday season? Do you keep everything just kind of easy and to a minimum? I do host, but I also, you know, my son normally comes in town and stuff, so I enjoy that part of it way more than like any stress or anything like that could ever kind of take over. All right, I am happy here. Very happy here. I think I'm going to go back in and add a little bit more pink. I feel like I did lose some. So I'm going to kind of kiss the edges of the darker shade and place this down versus blending it in. And then I'm going to kiss the edges ever so slightly. We will also obviously, you know, do the lower lash line once our base and stuff is on. Yeah, so far I have zero complaints, you guys. The only thing that would make me upset is if these are off my lids in an hour. I'm good here. I'm going to put on some Gourmande Girls little glitter primer. I paid for this myself. I do have an affiliated code with them though. It is RIRI10 for 10% off. And this is one of my favorite glitter primers I've ever tried. It's very, very thin. And it's like a little bit tacky, but not crazy tacky. I don't feel like it disrupts my product underneath, kind of like the NYX Glitter Glue does. And not talking trash about that one. I love that one too. But this is my favorite. This is the best one I've ever used. It's very, very thin. It almost feels like a serum, and I love that. So I'm going to go in just with my fingers. I kind of like this too. I may put that on the inner corner. Let's see. I'm going to go with Cosmic Queen. Oh my gosh. And right on the line of demarcation, meaning in between that matte and basically no product, I'm going to place this one down. And I use my fingers. I feel like I get the best bang from a buck when I use my fingers. That is a personal choice. If you want to go in and use a sponge tip applicator, if you want to go in and use, you know, a silicone applicator, you want to pick some up on a brush and wet your brush. However you want to do it, there is no wrong way. Do what makes you feel like the best version of yourself. That is, oh my gosh. Oh, that's beautiful. Now, is this seasonally appropriate? You know, probably not. But look, my Christmas PJs say otherwise, y'all. All right. Back in with my finger into Stargazer. Oh, that's going to be so beautiful. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And pop that on the inner corner. Oh my goodness gracious, that is stunning. I love it. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I'm so happy I like this, you guys. This definitely just kind of gives me hope that, like, hey, you know, if they drop something else that I really like, I'm going to like it and it's going to be worth the price point, because they are a pretty pricey brand. That's beautiful. Woo! All right, I'm just going to clean this up with a wipe right through here, throw on the rest of my makeup. BRB. All right, I am going to finish up with Lunar Storm, I think, on the lower lash line. I'm going to go into a teeny tiny little pencil brush. This is a Refer 23. I thought about going in with Eclipse, but I was like, I want to use this shade. Let me use this shade. Whoa, oh my God. All right, and then to finish off the look, I'm going to go into Ethereal Plain with another really small brush. And I want to pop that on the inner corner. And I did go in with my Noctilucent highlight palette and use the pink shade for my highlight. I am thrilled. I literally just had on a little bit of lip oil and some liner. I like it like this, so I think I'm going to keep this the way that it is. Let me pop on some mascara and I'll be right back. And here is my finished look using the Ensley Rain Cosmic Dreamer palette. I am thrilled. I am super, super excited. I love everything about this. I love the packaging, the way that it was shipped. They took care in that process, which is super important to me as well. The name, the theming, the color story. Oh, the color story. I love everything about it. It performed beautifully. I will, of course, leave a comment and let you guys know how they wore and stuff like that. But blendability, everything is there. I was able to reach the intensity that I wanted. The sparkle and shift in these shades is absolutely stunning. I'm thrilled, you guys. Absolutely thrilled. I would love to know if you've tried Ensley Rain. What is your favorite palette from them? Thank y'all so much for joining. I hope you consider subscribing and give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Thank you to my beautiful channel members. I love you. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.